This message is transmitted from a parallel reality, where trust was never taught as an idea,
but as a consequence. We have observed your longing for certainty, your careful planning, your endless rehearsals of possible futures. You want to trust yourself before you move, before you risk, before you step. In our universe, we learned that this order does not work. Trust does not precede action, it follows it. You study yourself from a distance, as if you could analyze courage into existence. But trust is not a conclusion, it is a record. Your nervous system does not ask, "Is this logical?" It asks, "Have we survived this before?" Every experience leaves a trace, a quiet mark. You moved while afraid. You spoke without knowing the outcome. You stayed present through discomfort. And the system noted, "We can do this." That is trust being built. You confuse trust with optimism, with positive thinking, with reassurance. But trust is neutral. It is practical. It is earned. You do not trust the ground because you believe in it. You trust it because it has held you every time you stepped. In our timeline, people stopped trying to think themselves into confidence. They started collecting evidence. Small evidence, imperfect evidence. You show up to a task without guarantees. You fail partially. You recover. That recovery is crucial. Trust is not built by success alone. It is built by resilience, by discovering that mistakes do not end you, that discomfort is survivable, that uncertainty does not erase you. You avoid experience because you fear damage, but avoidance damages trust more than failure ever could. Every time you hesitate, your system learns a different lesson. We are not capable. We must wait. Waiting feels safe, but it starves confidence. In our universe, this pattern was clear. People who trusted themselves were not the ones who succeeded most. They were the ones who tried most. They had a longer history with themselves, more encounters, more data. Trust grew not from brilliance, but from repetition. You think you need clarity to begin, but clarity is a side effect. It arrives after engagement, not before. You do not learn how to swim by understanding water. You learn by entering it, then adjusting. Your body remembers. Your mind follows. This is why affirmations feel hollow when unsupported by action. Words without experience cannot rewrite memory. Experience can. In our timeline, the shift occurred when people stopped asking, "Do I trust myself enough?" and started asking, "What is one thing I can try?" Not a leap, a step. One email sent, one boundary spoken, one decision made without perfect certainty, and then they stayed present for the outcome. This presence mattered. They did not disappear after failure. They did not abandon themselves. And slowly, something stabilized. Trust does not feel like confidence. It feels like familiarity. Familiarity with fear, with recovery, with adaptation. If you are listening now, this is your instruction from another world. Stop trying to believe. Start trying to experience. Choose a small risk. Enter it consciously. Remain with yourself through it. Your system is paying attention. That is how trust forms. Not in theory, in contact.
End of transmission.